Hello, I'm Luis Pineda. I'm going to be presenting my public argument project for English 101, and this is the future of NIL in college sports. College athletics is a billion-dollar business. College sports draw millions of fans every year. Look at UT, where fans bleed orange and are ready to cheer on the balls. In the fall, millions of fans pack into stadiums on Saturdays to watch their favorite football team take the field. Millions more spend the winter and spring packing into arenas across the country. College sports is a billion-dollar industry, and for the longest time, student athletes did not see a cent of the revenue they helped these universities generate. According to the NCAA, NIL is name, image, and likeness, and it allows college athletes to profit from their personal brand. This includes commercial opportunities, product endorsements, and other business ventures. Free education was thought to be enough, but some athletes believe they deserve more. Some states started to pass laws that allow players to monetize their brand, and after several lawsuits, the Supreme Court deemed that the NCAA was not immune to antitrust laws, and that players could profit from their NIL without consequence. So, what has this led to? Texas quarterback Arch Manning, nephew of legendary NFL and college quarterbacks Peyton and Eli Manning, is raking in millions to start for the Longhorns. Other quarterbacks, like Miami's Carson Beck, South Carolina's Lenore Sellers, Florida's DJ Lagway, LSU's Garrett Nussmeier, and other starting powerful quarterbacks are reported to be making over $4 million from deals with NIL collectives. Many other athletes are bringing home millions. With these players seeking brand deals and endorsing thousands of products, they have turned into superstars and household names. Some of them are seen as the face of their program, and even sometimes the face of the school. At such a young age, these young players are being asked to produce not only in the field so they can help schools generate revenue from ticket sales, jerseys, and sports broadcasting deals, but they are also asked to be leaders, good students, and influencers. In the 2024-2025 season, the Ohio State Buckeyes won the College Football National Championship. It was reported that they had one of the highest paid rosters, coming in at around $20 million. It could be perceived that this NIL era has made college sports pay to win, ruining the integrity of the game and putting schools with less funding at a larger disadvantage. Others say it levels the playing field, letting smaller brands have a higher chance of recruiting talent they otherwise would not have a shot at getting. It seems the future of the game and what future NIL deals are going to look like is in murky territory. It is evident that NIL has reshaped what it means to be a college athlete, and this new era runs the risk of causing injustices and compromising the integrity of college sports in the absence of stricter and more transparent regulations. In this new NIL landscape, being a college athlete means more than it ever has. There are students and entrepreneurs learning to market their personal brand. This is a great opportunity for athletes to learn valuable life skills. The lenient NIL policies have expanded the definition of a college athlete, and the pressures of being an influencer can affect these players. NIL policies that are vague and lenient make it harder for collegiate athletes to define the roles they play for their teams. Athletes are left unsure of their primary status as students, professionals, or somewhere in between due to hazy boundaries. Dolly Harry, an assistant professor of sports management at the University of Florida, collected data from 200 students across 21 Power 4 universities. Data collected from these studies suggests that ambiguity can put pressure on popular athletes to put their personal brand and earnings ahead of their academics. Athletes are changing their identity to more closely resemble that of an influencer or an entrepreneur. Less well-known athletes, meanwhile, find it difficult to gain anything at all, further dividing the definition of a college athlete among various sports and programs. Athlete identity is ultimately undermined by unclear and inconsistent regulations, which present opportunities as well as difficulties that the NCAA and legislators need to resolve. The problem lies within unclear NIL laws. There is inequity among NIL deals. Million-dollar athletes garner much more attention and therefore pressure than others. Some athletes do not benefit at all. Women's sports and Olympic sports are likely to lack the support other programs get. How do the athletes get to pick their deals? Pay for play is not allowed by the NCAA, but what counts as paying a recruit to join your team? What counts as a business opportunity for the players? And other issues, each state has different laws regarding NIL. This makes it hard for players to understand the policies their schools follow. Student athletes are at risk of signing contracts and deals they do not understand because of the variety of regulations surrounding NIL. Current laws need to be reformed to protect athletes. This starts with schools and NIL collectives being more transparent. Colorado Senate President James Coleman says, "We've worked on transparency, protecting our athletes, and ensuring they are compensated just as universities have been for decades." Coleman also goes on to say that Colorado student athletes have higher GPAs. He fears that players who are injured or lack the academic requirements to play are at risk of losing scholarships, and the schools should focus on helping these athletes stay healthy physically and mentally. Utah Senator Ann Milner believes NIL is good for smaller schools because they do not have much funding, and revenue from athletics is beneficial for students. Georgia Representative Chuck Martin is concerned that NIL values have become too high. Each state is focused on a different issue when it comes to handling NIL's role in college athletics. There is now a College Sports Commission that regulates NIL deals on a federal level, but it has yet to be seen if it has the capacity to receive and enforce new NIL regulations. If athletes are able to see how other players handle their NIL, it can help ease their confusion on what to expect from these deals. This is a great start to reforming NIL laws. However, there should be unity amongst the states on what to do, and the federal government needs to work with the NCAA to figure out how to make a nationwide framework for NIL. NIL is still fairly new territory in college athletics, but it will not be leaving anytime soon. Players across the country give too much effort for their programs and schools to be let down by them. There needs to be less confusion for these players because not only do they have to focus on the field, but they also have classroom responsibilities. There is too much on their plate to be worried about the stress NIL can bring. If we want to preserve the integrity of college sports and protect our players, there must be federal action and action by the NCAA to protect our athletes' identities and their brands. Thank you for watching.